Hey guys, it's Jenny with Art for Good. So today I'm attempting something extremely complicated, and I'm trying to make a face of a person popping out of this ocean wave. So this has been a really interesting challenge for me to try and kind of combine abstract techniques also while adding in some realism. So join me on this journey today. So first I am putting down paint. I'm using an aqua color as well as a metallic blue, and I will put the exact brands and everything in the description below. Something that's different is I'm spraying it with water. I've been using this technique and I'm calling it kind of a tie-dye effect, and I have some other videos with this technique that I will put a link to here. Next, I'm just blowing out all of the paint very much, basically making sure that it's just a tiny thin layer, that there's no extra paint on the canvas, and that's what's going to help give us this 3D effect. So I'm just passing over the paint several times just to make sure there's not much movement. So the next step is going to be to put a titanium white down, and I'm going to add way too much water to it, so it's going to be extremely thin. And this is also part of the ability to add the highlights in addition to the depth of the back through this tie-dye technique I've been talking about. So I put that down and then I spray water everywhere. And then I'm going to do the same thing, just repeat the same step where I blow that out over the entire canvas. You can see some of the colors from the background are starting to pop up. So I'm just going to keep spraying with water and repeating with my hairdryer until I start to get some very interesting 3D tie-dye looks to this background. Some people ask if I am using the heat piece of my hairdryer settings, and actually I just put it on the lowest setting it will go in terms of heat, but it is on the heat setting, it's not on cool. I have found that a little bit of heat, since I'm not keeping it in one spot, will actually help make the cells pop out a little quicker. Just kind of focusing a little bit around the edges to get that dark blue to start popping out a little bit more. So you may have noticed that it skipped a bit there, and I want to point out that the original version of this video was hours long. It took me about 10 plus times to get this to a point where I was happy with it. So this is a lesson to you that even those of us who put our art videos out there have our own challenges with different techniques, and the key is really to just stick it out and keep trying. So what you'll see here is I'm taking a craft stick that I am dipping in the dark blue paint, and I'm trying to craft the face of a woman. And it's a little bit challenging because she's sort of tilting her head backwards. I'm not a technical artist or classically trained. I am not super great at drawing in general, so this is definitely a challenge for me, but it's also fun to try new things and see what you can accomplish. So I'm putting out a very light outline, and the goal will be to use a straw to sort of blow out the blue pieces so that they look a little bit like water or wisps of water, and that'll make it look a little more abstract. So here I'm spraying with additional water, and then I'm going to use the straw. And I apologize for the angle of my camera during some of this. It's a little tough to see actually how I'm using the straw, but I think you'll get a great idea in some portions of this video. So I'm just going to keep playing with this until I'm happy with it. Lastly, I'm going to add a little bit more dimension around the outside of this piece. It's very kind of one dimension, so I'm going to add some dark blue and sort of blow that out even more just to make it look a little bit like it has a shadow and makes a little more emphasis on the face in the center of the canvas. So this is the final piece and how it turned out. I absolutely love this piece. Some people have even said that when I posted this that it looked like Marilyn Monroe. I love how you can use your imagination to make this piece resonate with you in any way that you want. So that's all I have for today. If you're interested in more of these high dye type videos, I will put a link right here so you can continue watching. I'll see you next time.